Lions, Giants, Friday. The Giants will be coming in town, what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
For like dual
I
practices?
think so. Joint practices.
Yeah. I think Tuesday, Wednesday are joint practices. Thursday is a day off. Then Friday, Lindsay, they play. So one thing we know for sure, you'll see those clips of the fights at practice.
Wednesday is when they start.
Always. Always. That's the best part of it. But I don't think there's a big, like with the Lions and the Giants, there's not really any animosity there. We should have had the Packers in or somebody that there's some animosity. Because I don't think it'll be any fireworks going on between the Lions and the Giants. I really don't.
Well, Lindsay, you know how this goes, though, right? Whenever these teams come in for, controlled scrimmages or whatever,
I know.
there always end up being a couple scuffles.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. What if the Giants? I mean, the Giants, they're just blah, right? Daniel Jones, I just don't see it being any fireworks, man. I want them. They need to bring somebody else in where there's some hate in there. You got some hate in there where the D-backs don't like the receivers and all that type of stuff. Then you get action. Then you get some action. I don't see much action happening there.
I'm going to camp tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spenmo will be. Oh, that's right. We're at Feldman Chevrolet tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
So you'll be out at training
I'll
camp.
be at training camp. My boy Mustache got tickets. So
And who are we going to be locked in on, Spenny?
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Penei Sewell, Broderick Martin.
Yeah. Broderick Martin is quickly becoming the defensive Tom Kennedy of Big D Energy.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's a big man.
I need a full breakdown because it's starting to get real. You know what I'm saying? And the deeper we get into that, the more intrigued I am, the more I think he provides something that this defense desperately needs, and the more excited I get.
Facts.
So, Spenny, I need on Wednesday, I need a blow-by-blow breakdown.
Got you.
All right? I want that for sure. Hoof-Hearted says the Giants got smoked by the Lions last year. You know they are looking for revenge. I think that'll be oversold a little bit. I think I know what they want. They probably want the same thing the Lions want. They just want to get through this, get the work in, and get out of here with everybody intact. Is that the goal, Lindsay? You've been through your share of training camps.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's a little different than football because, our training camps didn't really consist of other teams. That didn't happen until preseason.
How physical did you all get in a training camp?
It just depends. Like, when you had a lot of new faces, the new guys were trying to kill each other because, guys are trying to make the team. And
right. You're playing for money.
Yeah. So it was different in that aspect. But a far different crowd from football. Like, when you were a veteran in training camp, you were trying to get through training camp without getting hurt.
Yeah.
And you watch the young guys, go at it. And just different. Totally different. Wasn't fun either.
A Dirty Burrito, who actually called in the show last week, as a matter of fact, said it's getting real, time to get bricked. So there's that as well. How did the meat missile go for E&E?
Meat missile went good. They were out in full force.
Lots of meat missiles here from Big D Energy that were launched
into the E&E chat.
What did they have to say about it?
Oh, they just ignore it and move on.
Do we got one for today?
I'll think of something. I'm thinking something.
There.
All right, but I just wanted to get the update on that, make sure that everything went well. Here's a question I have for everybody here in this room, in this chat, anybody in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. For real. See, I only know Lions preseason and Lions training camp of we're going to suck this year. That's all, with a few unicorn exceptions. But for the most part, you're like, hopefully they win 8 games. That's how I know training camp and preseason for the most part. Because we can say what we want about last year. We didn't have any grandiose hopes. There wasn't this circus that was going on around it. So I only know it as, whatever, and you move on. This is new. Like with huge expectations. And I know Dan Campbell talked and said that the expectations lift him up and motivate him. And that's cool. That's what you're supposed to say. But for me as a fan, I'm wondering, will I have to adjust how I watch? And I ask that question, Lindsay, because I generally watch Lions preseason games where I will watch the first quarter, I will watch into the second quarter, And then when like David Blau comes in, I go about my evening. You know, like I move on. Because if David Blau is ever playing for you in a real game, you will lose said game. That's it. That's all.
Right.
So, Lindsay, do I have to adjust the way that I watch this? Do I have to watch into the second half, the fourth quarter, and stuff like that? Because for me, when you get into the fourth quarter of a preseason game, I call it the David Blau effect. In general, if any of those guys are on your team on Sunday playing in a meaningful moment, you're cooked.
Curtains.
Yeah, curtains. No, like, you know what I'm saying, though.
No, I
Like,
know
for
exactly
real.
what you're saying. But
Do I have to adjust? Do I have to go deeper into these games?
I think you do, because the team is actually deeper. The team has more talent than it's had in I don't know how long. So you want to see some of the guys that, you know, may get time or fighting for time. So you want to watch. You want to see who's competing, who's possibly going to make a jump. Like, that's the exciting part, I think. I know when I watch preseason games, of course, you watch the first series, because you know most of the time there's going to be the starters out there for the first series, and they're going to drive down. And you want to see,
and you're getting the needle in your arm. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
you know, you're getting the taste of it.
You want to see how sharp the quarterback is.
Yeah.
You want to see the receivers make some catches. And
You're
then
going to way overblow what happens.
Of course, you're
Yeah.
excited. You're like, oh, Super Bowl this year, you know. Of course, that's what you should be saying. I don't know what's taking you guys so long to jump on the bandwagon, but I would watch it, especially this year, with all the excitement, all the buildup. Everybody should be on the edge of their seats watching preseason. Everybody should be geeked about what's to come. I just, and I think it's just a slow process because the Lions have been so bad for so long. Everybody's like, okay, like you said, this is new.
Right.
This is the new field.
And that's where the question lies for me. I guess, like, because we're walking into this new club, right? Like, we've never been here before. Like people,
VIPs.
yeah, like the Chiefs fans are sitting in this club, you know, the Bills fans to some degree, the Niners fans, the Eagles fans, and they're like, who are those hillbillies walking in here? You know, like, we got shirt untucked, we're wearing a hat indoors and everything like that, and they're like, who are these guys that are walking in here right now? So I want to know, how do they act in the preseason clubhouse? Do they care? Do they even watch? Does a Chiefs fan watch a preseason game?
Yes, of course
They
they
do?
do. Yes,
For what?
because they want to see any new additions. They want to see how deep their team is going to be. Think about it. They got rid of their number one receiver. Remember? They got rid of their number one receiver. Now they had to fill in with guys that none of us really knew, but those guys perform. All of those guys perform. You know, a couple of them left, got bigger contracts.
Yes, they did.
So I think that's an exciting part about it.
Spenmo, do you think a Chiefs fan watches preseason games? And if they do they watch past the first quarter?
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, like Lindsay said, they want to see the rookies. The Chiefs have been having some really good drafts lately,
Right.
too, so they want to see these young guys getting in there. And, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be as dialed in as other fans, but they're still just so excited to see their team out there. I'm sure they're watching.
But you get where I'm coming from. Like, I want to talk this through because I don't want to look like an idiot when we walk into this club for the first time.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm going to watch the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even into the fourth quarter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always do, though.
Do you?
Yeah. I watched the
BMG.
entirety of the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, then you're
Well, you
sick.
were with a bunch of people, though.
I was
You
with
weren't by
Jeff.
yourself.
I went home and watched the rest of it.
It's craving football, man.
Yeah.
BMG, you think he's being sus right now,
Yeah,
don't you?
a little bit.
I
And
just wanted to bust out
J-Mo,
sus.
we're getting J-Mo reps, too, in the preseason.
Now
Right.
that I will be locked in
Exactly.
for. That I will be locked in for.
Who's the ski mask boy? He says Lions 10-7 record. Come on, ski mask.
That'll be good enough to win this division.
I think 11-6. That's what I got.
I think 10-7 could even win this division.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But I just think they're going to go 11-6.
Why are we tapering our records now?
Because
is it
Lindsay-
getting too real for
No,
everybody?
no.
It's getting too real now.
I'm betting 11
the
and
season
6.
is quietly
All right,
approaching.
you know what?
I'm hearing records drop. I was hearing 12 games, 13 games. Now we're tailoring off to 10-7 is good enough to win the division. Spend more.
You know what?
11.
I've been at 11-6 since their schedule dropped.
Off
man.
sheet topic that we're going to do when we come back. And I was going to save this for later on, like as we get towards the season, but I think it is a good point to jump in. Because guys, we got to do this now. We got to fire. It's a game week. We got to get in the routine. We're in this routine till January, hopefully into January, deep into January.
Facts.
Dare I say February? Oh my God!
Let's go. Say it. Say it.
I can't make this. Like, just saying the word February, I got to be fanned
Yeah.
right now.
Whew.
That felt weird to say.
Corey Berry says, Lindsay, a lot of Super Bowl champions over the years won 11 regular season games. True, but you want to win more, I would think. you
Definitely do.
right. I mean, if you can win the Super Bowl, no matter how many games you win.